Over the past sessions, we have witnessed a remarkable confluence of ideas, insights, and innovations, each contributing meaningfully to our collective understanding of a rapidly evolving global environment. Now, it is my privilege to acknowledge the presence of our esteemed dignitaries for today's valedictory session. With a huge round of applause, I warmly welcome our chief guest, Ms. M. Lata Gautam, Chairperson, International Council for Employment and Empowerment, and ex-Director, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India. Welcome, ma'am. Our guest of honor, Mr. Vidyadhar Maji, Advisor Economics and Head of Combination M&A Division, Competition Commission of India, who would shortly be joining us. Our guest of honor, Ms. Chaitali Sharma, Head Academic Partnerships, Turnitin. Professor Dr. Farhad Basir Khan, Center of Media and Mass Communication Studies, Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi. Professor Bharat Singh, Principal Zakir Hussain Delhi Polytechnic, University of Delhi. Sir will also be joining us shortly. Let's have a huge round of applause for the. We are also honored to have the presence of Professor Dr. Komal Vig, Director DME, and Professor Dr. Shalini Gautam, Dean Research and Head DME Management School.
I would now request Director Mark and Dr. Shalini Gautam to kindly present our distinguished guests with a token of our gratitude and appreciation. For this, I invite Ms. M. Lata Gautam, Chairperson, International Council for Employment and Empowerment, and ex-Director, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India. Now I please call Mr. Kali Sharma, Head Academic Partnership, Turnitin, ahead to receive the token of appreciation and gratitude. I would now like to invite Professor Dr. Farhad Basir Khan, Center for Media and Mass Communication Studies, Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi, to receive the token of gratitude from our side.
I am pleased to invite our director, Professor Dr. Komal Vig, to the stage to deliver the welcome address. But before that, ma'am, let me give a glimpse to the audience about your remarkable journey. So, ma'am holds an LLD in criminal law and an MBA in HR. With over 20 years of academic experience,
distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, respected dignitaries, faculty members, scholars, and dear students. A very good morning to one and all present here. I believe it's afternoon now. Very good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you on the valedictory session of this prestigious international conference on disruption, resilience, and sustainability, shaping the future of global ecosystems through law, business policy, communication, and entrepreneurship. Over the course of this conference, we have witnessed an enriching confluence of ideas, perspectives, and scholarly deliberations. This event, collaboratively organized by Center of Mass and Media Communication, Jamia Hamdard, Delhi Metropolitan Education Management School, and Zakir Hussain Delhi College Evening, University of Delhi. As we gather today to celebrate this valedictory session, we not only mark the culmination of this intellectual journey, but also celebrate the insights, innovations, and meaningful discussions that have emerged from it. I extend my deepest gratitude and a warm welcome to our esteemed dignitaries. We are honored to have Ms. M. Lata Gautam, Ex-Director, Employment, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India, and President and Founder of the International Council for Employment and Empowerment. Ma'am, your distinguished presence and invaluable experience greatly inspire us. Welcome, ma'am. I also warmly welcome Ms. Chaitali Sharma, Head, Academic Partnerships at Turnitin. Chaitali, ma'am, your contributions towards academic integrity and innovation in education are highly commendable. I extend a very warm welcome to Professor F.P. Khan from the Center for Media and Mass Communication Studies, Jamia Hamdard. Sir, your academic insights and guidance are deeply appreciated. We will be honored to have with us Mr. Vidyadhar Maji, Professor Reshma Ji, and Professor Bharat Singh in a short while. So, ladies and gentlemen, this conference has successfully explored critical themes surrounding disruption, resilience, and sustainability in the ever-evolving global landscape. The discussions have highlighted not only the challenges we face, but also the opportunities to innovate, collaborate, and build sustainable futures across disciplines. We witnessed a wide array of thought-provoking papers and discussions spanning areas such as evolving legal frameworks, dynamic business policies, and transformative role of communication in the digital age, and the entrepreneurial responses to global challenges. The interdisciplinary nature of these sessions not only broadened perspectives but also encouraged meaningful dialogue across domains. What stood was the depth of inquiry and the spirit of academic rigor demonstrated by the presenters. The engaging question and answer sessions further enriched the discussions. It fostered critical thinking and collaborative learning. It was particularly encouraging to see young researchers and students confidently contributing to scholarly debates alongside seasoned experts. I would also like to acknowledge the invaluable efforts of our session chairs, co-chairs, and rapporteurs whose guidance and insightful observations ensured that each session was conducted smoothly and productively. As we conclude, let us carry forward the knowledge shared, the networks built, and the ideas sparked here into our respective field of work and study. The true excess of this conference lies in how these conversations translate into meaningful and long-term impact. Once again, I welcome you all in the valedictory session and thank you for your valuable time. Have a glorious day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is now my honor to invite our chief guest for today's event to the stage. She is a distinguished former Group A officer of the Government of India selected through the UPSC in 1991. She has served the Ministry of Labour and Employment over 3 decades, including more than 13 years as Director of National Institute for Career Service and later as Director of Employment at Directorate General of Employment. She was founding member of the Government of India's Mission Moon National Career Service project and the pioneer behind the Young Professional Scheme of the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Under her leadership, she helped millions of youth find livelihood and employment. Beyond the government service, she is the chairperson of International Council for Employment and Empowerment and has led the Sanjeevani Welfare Society for over 20 years, working tirelessly for women, persons with disability and marginalized community. She holds a postgraduate degree in psychology and has been awarded a doctorate in humanity by the American University, USA. It is a privilege to have a leader who has shaped national employment policy while remaining deeply committed to grassroots social welfare. Please welcome with a huge round of applause, Mrs. Amlata Gautam.
थैंक यू। मैं मॉर्निंग से बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर कर रही थी और जब मेरी मैडम उमा से बात हुई, मैडम ज्योति से बात हुई, तो मुझे पता चला कि आज जो है बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर वैलिडिक्टरी हुई। जिस सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर आप लोग आज बात कर रहे हैं वो सब्जेक्ट वर्ल्ड वाइड जरूरत है उसकी। जैसा कि मेरे बारे में बताया गया है कि मैं डायरेक्टर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट से हूँ और मैंने अपना जीवन वाकई में एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए डेडिकेट किया है। जब मैं आपके जैसी थी और मैं वहां बैठी थी तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मैं अपनी लाइफ में क्या करूं, कैसे आगे बढ़ूं और मुझे कौन गाइड करेगा। कोई ऐसा नहीं था प्लेटफॉर्म गवर्नमेंट का या किसी प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कि जो मुझे गाइड कर सकता, मुझे बता सकता कि आपको इस फील्ड में जाना है। आज भी हम जो हमारे नियर डियर हैं, जो एक सोशल पैरामीटर पे हम देखते हैं, तो वहां पे है कि आप डॉक्टर बन जाओ, इंजीनियर बन जाओ, एंड अगर उसके अलावा आप कुछ कर रहे हो तो यू आर नॉट ए मेरिटोरियस पर्सन। ऐसा परसेप्शन आज भी है, ऐसा नहीं कि वो परसेप्शन आज नहीं है। तो इस परसेप्शन के लिए हमेशा से जो आर्ट साइड स्टूडेंट रहा है उसको लगता था कि जब अगर मैं मेडिकल में सेलेक्ट नहीं हुआ, इंजीनियरिंग में सेलेक्ट नहीं हुआ, तो मैं सेकंड ग्रेड सिटीजन की तरह से ट्रीट किया जाऊंगा। बट ऐसा नहीं है। मैं साइंस स्टूडेंट थी, मैंने एमबीबीएस के लिए सीपीएमटी भी दिया, बट मेरा इंटरेस्ट नहीं था उस फील्ड में, तो मैंने आर्ट साइड चुना एंड आर्ट साइड चुन के आज मैं आपके सामने हूँ, जो भी इन्होंने आपके मेरे बारे में बताया। मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग इस चीज से बिल्कुल ना घबराएं कि मैं उस फील्ड में नहीं जा सका तो मेरे पास आगे ऑप्शन नहीं है। आज आपके साथ भारत सरकार है, आपके साथ बहुत सारे डिपार्टमेंट है भारत सरकार के, चाहे तो आप स्किल मिनिस्ट्री को देख लीजिए, लेबर मिनिस्ट्री को देख लीजिए, जिन्होंने आपके लिए दिन रात मेहनत करके एक ऐसा पोर्टल, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है जिसका नाम है नेशनल कैरियर सर्विस पोर्टल। ये पोर्टल की खूबसूरती ये है कि आप फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट बहुत सारी सर्विसेज ले सकते हैं। वो बच्चे जिन्हें आज भी लगता है कि मैं आज बीबीए करके या एलएलबी करके या दूसरी और क्वालिफिकेशन लेके किस लेवल पे पहुंचूंगा, क्या इसका हाईएस्ट उस पॉइंट है, ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन भी उस पोर्टल में पड़ी है। करीब 30 to 100 से ज्यादा कैरियर कंटेंट पड़ा है। अगर आप उस पे जाएंगे तो आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी। आपको नोएडा में बैठ करके केरल में जो वैकेंसी है वो आप देख सकते हैं। एक इसका एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत पहलू ये है कि अगर आपको आपके एरिया में नौकरी नहीं मिल रही और आपको दूसरे एरिया में नौकरी चाहिए तो आप इस पोर्टल के थ्रू वो नौकरी सर्च कर सकते हैं। आज का जो समय है, जो हम लोग इस ऑडिटोरियम में बैठे हैं, आप लोगों ने बहुत सारी चीजें पढ़ी, सीखी, समझी। मैं उस चीज पे नहीं जाऊंगी, लेकिन एक ही मूल मंत्र मैं आप लोगों को देना चाहूंगी कि सफलता की कुंजी सिर्फ मेहनत है। सबसे पहले आपको अपना एक टारगेट बनाना होगा, लक्ष्य बनाना होगा। आप किसी भी क्वालिफिकेशन के ऊपर आपको एक लक्ष्य बनाना पड़ेगा और लक्ष्य बनाओ बड़े वाला, और उसकी तरफ बढ़ने के लिए छोटे 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 स्टेप्स लीजिए। उन स्टेप्स को जब आप 365 डेज में काउंट करेंगे तो एक बहुत बड़ा माइलस्टोन आप पार कर चुके होंगे। तो जरूरी है कि अपने अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस लाएं, एक टारगेट रखें, और सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है अपनी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पे काम करें। ये कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है जो आपको किसी भी इंटरव्यू के अंदर सक्सेस दिला सकती है। हम कितने ही प्लेटफॉर्म बनाएं, हम कितने ही एजुकेशन चीजों को आगे बढ़ाएं, कितना ही अपग्रेड करें, लेकिन अगर हमारे पास अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करने की स्किल नहीं है तो कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपको हायर नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि आपका टैलेंट 15 मिनट में उसको नहीं दिखाई देगा until unless आप खुद अपने आप को बेहतर तरीके से प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं। एनसीएस की नींव किस तरह से पड़ी? जिस वक्त हम पढ़ रहे थे उस वक्त ऐसा कोई प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं था। जब मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली तो मैंने ये सोचा कि एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जो अक्रॉस इंडिया एक प्लेटफॉर्म हो, ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म को हमें देना चाहिए बच्चों को, क्योंकि आज का यूथ डिजिटल मार्केट में जीता है, डिजिटल थिंग्स यूज करता है, उन्हें हर चीज अपने एक क्लिक पे चाहिए। तो क्यों ना हम एम्प्लॉयमेंट सर्विसेज भी एक क्लिक पे उनको प्रोवाइड करें और विदाउट एनी हेसल दे कैन यूज दी सर्विसेज ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। सो ये जो प्रोग्राम है जो ncs.gov.in है, इसको आप लोग एक बार जरूर देखें, वहां पे अपने आप को रजिस्टर करें, एंड अगर किसी भी तरह की कोई भी आपको आवश्यकता है, चाहे वो काउंसलिंग की है या आपको नए ऑप्शंस की है, तो हम आपके साथ हैं और हम आगे चल के कोशिश करेंगे कि आप लोगों के लिए हम यहाँ पे जॉब फेयर भी अरेंज कराएं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर की तरफ से, एंड कैरियर काउंसलिंग सेशंस भी हम आपके यहाँ पे अरेंज कराने का प्रयास करेंगे। जिन बच्चों को जरूरत है इंटर्नशिप की, हम उनको भी हेल्प करेंगे, काउंसलिंग की जरूरत है उनको भी हेल्प करेंगे। मैं हमेशा से चाहती थी कि मैं अपने यूथ के साथ काम करूं, जो प्रॉब्लम मुझे आई है आप लोगों को ना आए, इसलिए ये मिशन आज तक कायम है और इसीलिए मैंने इंटरनेशनल काउंसिल फॉर एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड मैनपावर को ज्वाइन किया, ताकि मैं जितने समय तक अपनी इस नॉलेज को आप लोगों तक ट्रांसमिट कर सकती हूँ करूँ, और जितनी मुझसे मदद होगी मैं जरूर आप लोगों के बीच में हूँ, थी और रहूंगी। थैंक यू।
Now I would like to request Shalini ma'am and Director ma'am to kindly come and provide the gratitude of token to Professor Harit Singh, Principal Zakir Hussain, Delhi College Evening. So, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It is now my honor to call upon our next speaker to grace the stage, Mr. Tali Sharma, Head Academic Partnership, Turnitin, an experienced manager with a proven track record in publishing and SaaS industry. She brings strong expertise in customer relationship management, team building, account management, sales enablement, and leadership. With a solid background in managing client relationships and driving business growth, Mr. Tali is known for combining strategic thinking with effective people management. Strong sales and marketing professional, educated at Holy Child Ghaziabad, she represents dedication, adaptability, and industry insights. Ma'am, please join us on stage for your address. A warm round of applause for Mr. Tali.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction. My name is Chetali Sharma, and I have been part of Turnitin for 10 years now. I just recently completed a decade in this organization. And I'm really, really honored to be sharing the stage with so many dignitaries today. And it's wonderful to know the topic of the conference today. And thank you, ma'am, for setting the context already. Ma'am ने already बता दिया what you all need to do to be successful in life. Hard work, communication skills, so many things which are easily available nowadays, vis-a-vis as compared to 10 years back or 20 years back when it was not so easily available thanks to the digital era. However, there are merits and demerits in everything that is being invented, discovered, especially when it comes to technology and tools, etc., which of course are made with a good intention, but somehow, in some way, they are being hacked, and there is a very blurred line of what is right and what is wrong. And that's why, to add to what ma'am has said, अपने छोटे छोटे goals and objectives बनाना जरूरी है, but how to follow that path is even more important. सब कुछ सीखना तो जरूरी है, but there is a very important and key word. In fact, there are two important keywords: integrity and originality. And that's what makes us what we are. It's very, very important to ensure that we are our original self in whatever forum we represent ourselves. Sometimes when we are representing ourselves, we are not just representing ourselves, we are representing the entities that we are associated with. It can be my parents, it can be my family, it can be a brand I'm associated with, it can be an organization that I'm working for, it can be any body that I'm associated with, because however I conduct myself reflects on whatever I'm associated with, because we are not working in silo. So if I conduct myself beautifully, I bring pride to whoever I'm associated with. However, if I decide to take the wrong path, it reflects badly again on the people, bodies, entities that are associated with me. So following the path of integrity is something that सबको पता है, of course. क्या करना है आपको? सही का रास्ता follow करना है, गलत रास्ता? Everyone will raise their hand. सही रास्ता. But it's not so easy. सामने लड्डू रखे हैं और बोले कि रखे तो हैं but खाने नहीं हैं. It's not easy to do that, right? So when we talk about integrity, it's not so simple anymore. And I always quote this example of driving. When there is a red light, you're being monitored. There is a traffic police, there is a red light, there is a camera. You stop. But there is another instance. I'm driving. There is a red light, but there is no one looking at me, no one monitoring, no camera. How many of you still will stop on that red light? 60%, 70%, 80%? I'm sure not 100%. Especially the youth who are always in rush of getting somewhere. Now there is a change scenario. I am driving, there is a red light, no camera, no person monitoring, but I'm getting late to my office. Would I still stop? Tough. Another scenario, I'm driving, red light, I'm rushing to a hospital because someone is unwell. Would I still stop? Difficult. It is very tempting to break that light and go because I have a situation which is not allowing me to follow the path of integrity. But that's what we are talking here. We have to take those tough decisions in life to ensure that it is so deeply inculcated within ourselves that it comes effortlessly. It is difficult sometimes to take that tough ride, but we have to take, because we have to put ourselves in the world map by following the path of integrity and being our original self. We are making ourselves who we are, and we are those small dots which is helping making our nation what it is and helping India become a developed nation instead of being a developing or a third world nation. We are doing really well, but today's youth has to really be very thoughtful and mindful about what we are, how we are studying, what path we are taking. I know there is a room full of people here who are doing some kind of research work, already a part of some project, probably following, pursuing PhD, or going to be following that course of research work. In some or the other way, you're doing some kind of research work as a part of your assignment. And it is increasingly difficult to ensure that your research work is very original. I know, thanks to November 2022, when some AI tools were launched, which are definitely, again, like I said, were of course invented and discovered with a good intention in mind, but lines are very blurred of what is wrong, what is right. There is a lot of market disruption. There is a lot of difficulty in understanding how much of AI is good, how much of AI is not good, what is the right kind of policy. So that's what we as an organization, as a solution enabler, are trying to help you get into that right path. But as a researcher, research scholar, or whatever kind of assignment that you're working on, it is important to understand the right path, because the types of unoriginal work that are present today are huge, are humongous. It's not just copying and pasting anymore. There is contract cheating, there is self-plagiarism, there is mosaic plagiarism, there are thousands of essay mills which are available that are calling you with their hands and arms open to help you write your work. But of course, these are the temptations that I'm talking about. This is that red light that you have to recognize and understand what is right, what is wrong, what doesn't work for you. Because if you are not your true original self, what will be the difference between all of you? All of you are going to the same class, studying the same book, going to the same lectures, being tutored by the same teacher, but someone ends up getting a very good job and someone doesn't. What is the difference? That is the difference of how you conduct yourself, how you portray yourself, what path do you take, and what is that unique value proposition that you yourself have that you're able to exhibit at the right time. That requires practice, confidence, having your goals carved out in detail, and following the path, the correct path, without falling prey to temptation. So, of course, there are many technological tools. Use them, but don't get enslaved by them. Just like fire, when it was invented, it was not to burn ourselves, it was meant to prepare food, give us warmth, light, etc. Similarly, all these tools are there to help you, but do find time to understand what is right and what is wrong, and do that amount of good work to ensure that you're representing yourself well, and you're representing your family and your institute and your organization well. We as an organization are there to help you, of course, to find out the right path, to help you find out the right policies, guidance, and help you use the AI responsibly and ethically. So, of course, feel free to get in touch with us if there is any clarity required. Clarity, incidentally, is one of the name of one of the tools that we have to help you write better. Because when you think better, you write better, you represent yourself better. So, on that note, that's my time. Thank you very much, and thank you again, everyone, for inviting us today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we are delighted to call upon our next distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Farhad Bashir Khan, a visionary mentor, media educator, and design innovator, whose remarkable journey spans over 4 decades across media, education, design, and social empowerment. Beginning as a photojournalist in 1978, he has contributed to impactful campaigns with global organizations such as UNICEF, World Health Organization, and UNESCO. A pioneering academic, he played a a foundational role at Jamia Millia Islamia, where he helped build AJK Mass Communication Research Center into one of the India's leading media institution, introduced innovative academic program, and later established the Department of Design and Innovation. His contribution extend beyond the academics into the civic campaign, international design initiative, and mentorship of some of the India's most celebrated media personalities, including Barhata, Kabir Khan, and Shah Rukh Khan. A thought leader in the political communication, his work continues to inspire generation through the power of visuals, words, and education. Please join me in extending a warm, heartfelt applause for Professor Dr. Farhad Bashir Khan.
Thank you for those kind words, and really happy here, and probably it is my fifth time coming here, and I'm always very happy and feel at home at DAE. It was a nice start, and Chaitali actually set the stage right for me with the red light example and the example of how when we hurry up and we do things which are not right to do. Then I was listening to some of the papers and looked at the overall scenario, how the paper were directed, where what people were writing about most. I also had privilege to be in the inaugural function and the keynote sessions which happened. One thing which I noticed, which is common in all, that the things are moving very fast. Like that red light example, people are in a hurry. And we don't give a thought to what we are doing. So that is why a lot of things have been, outpaced us. So if the technology is going very fast and we are not at pace with it, that means that the technology would not go in a right direction. And that has happened with AI and other things that we know. There's a lot of people who were initial founder of AI started saying that let's pause it. Let's pause it for some time, ponder about it, and then go ahead and when we are ready for this next technology, we'll go ahead and do it. The same thing applies to business. Sometimes we are in a lot of hurry to make profit, in a hurry to start a startup, in a hurry to grow a business. In that hurry, we don't take a pause and understand that what this business would do. What about equity? What about distribution? What about market share? What about other businesses? What about the whole ecosystem of businesses? How this disruption is translated in terms of, my country, my people, humanity, all that. Let's go to law. Law in a hurry to legislate what is happening. Newer ideas are coming, new geographies are being opened because of social media, other things. So lot of these problems, and because of that, law is in a hurry to make a quick. We can in this era, you must have been exposed to, the student must be exposed to so many laws being debated about, a lot of the draft come to us to give opinion and these laws are being made. The law should be, can't be a reactive process in a very fast-paced world. It needs to be proactive. As we usually, when we were teaching in a class, we were saying, PR can't be a reactive PR. The PR should always be a proactive. So the same thing applies to other in that sense. So this whole idea of pacing your life, not being in so much hurry, is actually causing that disruption, which is the negative connotation. So one disruption we were talking about, the disruption was something very desirable. Some disruption was about how new things come, new technology came, and how things changed thereafter. Startup have changed a lot of way we live in this world. So it started with somebody making hotels available, so they would owe your room. Then somebody got this taxi aggregation. Then you have Uber and Ola and other things. These are true disruption which happened. The normal things changed, but the disruption, a different kind of disruption, which is not without thought, not stopping at red light as he was telling, not the consequences, being proactive and ahead of what is going to happen. So as we grow as a student, we look and see what is happening and imbibe, make it part to use the ethical question. So AI is not bad. It's a good, nice tool. To do a lot of good things for you can do something like even put up your article into an AI and ask to critique it. Have a conversation. Say, find out, be a science philosopher and find out problem in my paper. You would get 10 problems. Then try to correct. Then say, my corrections are all right or not? Can you recorrect it? You would get another idea of recorrection and finding problems. This is the way we would grow. This is the way we would understand things. So that is how we remain ahead of technology without losing ourselves. So the biggest problem here is that because of algorithm bubble which we have, when we start seeing one kind of something, that kind would keep coming. So if you are looking at Arnab Goswami, those kind would come. If you're looking at whoever, some other person, then those kind of things would be coming. And then you would be trapped in a bubble and you would not grow because you are not exposed to other things. So in this world, what is valued is yourself, your thought, your understanding, your solution. In this world, there is no absolute truth, there is no absolute perfection. It is you who is perfect. And you are perfect because of your imperfection. So you have to cultivate, make that perfection better. Because as we see in the Instagram world, you look at the entire, Instagram, where Instagram city, Instagram is, that those beautiful pictures have started becoming boring because the filter have reduced everything. The whole ambience is gone. Everything is like taken with in a studio or some very nice thing. So this imperfection, which is now desired, which earlier we were teaching you to take it off. Now these imperfections are part of the ambience or something which is outside your frame, which is influencing your thinking. So if I look at it, if I ask you to visualize a cold early morning, beside, on the side of Jamuna. How would you visualize that blue, green, that kind of, layer, not so much contrast, so less contrast, greenish, bluish overall tone. This was imperfection, but now this is something which it is conveying at what time of the day it is taken. So if I can enlarge this to any imperfection in your mind, in your thinking, in your understanding, and you need to celebrate that and make it your own best, something which you have done. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. We are delighted to call upon our next distinguished speaker, Professor Bharat Singh. Sir is the principal of Zakir Hussain Delhi College Evening, University of Delhi, and a distinguished academician with over 3 decades of expertise in economics and management. And alumnus of St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, he earned his PhD from the prestigious FMS Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi, and previously served as a professor at Satyavati College Evening. A prolific researcher and a thought leader, Professor Singh has authored 4 books and published more than 25 research papers focusing on critical economic areas such as labor markets, manpower restructuring, and agriculture industry linkage. A life member of the Indian Economic Association, Professor Singh is widely recognized for his contributions to transparent administration and his strategic vision for academic excellence. Sir, may we please have the honor to listen to you.
Thank you very much, respected dignitaries on the dais, the faculty members from different institutions, universities present over here, and dear students and scholars. First of all, I would, on behalf of Zakir Hussain Delhi College Evening, would like to congratulate and my words of commendation for choosing such a relevant and important topic, which is not only relevant nationally, but has a global significance also. Why I am saying this topic is very important and relevant in the global context, I would start from the statement by J. Schumpeter. You must have heard the name of J. Schumpeter. He was a great economist, and his work mainly focused on the process of technological change and its impact on the economic effect of the nations. One of his quotation is very important: technological disruptions, and he gave he propounded the sentence creative destruction. So why I remember Schumpeter? Because here also, in the present context, what is happening? Technology has been changing very fast, and the students of your generation probably are not aware of the situation when the computer system and various softwares were introduced for the first time in our country. It was probably the decade of say mid 80s, in the time of late Rajiv Gandhi, the then Prime Minister. And there were lots of new enterprise that now the computer has come and it has entered into the arena of all the economic aspects of our country, not only our country but the global area also. So what will happen? All jobs will be lost. one computer is sufficient to perform the job of dozens of the manpower. So what will happen? So there was a fear, and people started talking that it is a kind of destruction. But soon, after a decade, the policy makers, the planners, the researchers, the government, they came to realize that it is destruction in one sense, but actually it is creative destructions. Later on, even the students of your generation, they must have come to realize that some jobs have been lost, but in that place, millions of jobs have been created, not in our domestic economy, but in the global arena also. And our students like you, they have made their places in the global economic activity. I would particularly mention the services sector. इतने large scale पर employment का generation, income का generation, output generation हुआ आपके 90s के डिकेड्स में और 2000 का जो पहला डिकेड है उसमें 20 साल के दौरान, 2 डिकेड के दौरान ट्रेमेंडस जनरेशन हुआ इनकम आउटपुट एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट का. दिस वाज अ काइंड ऑफ अनप्रेसिडेंटेड ग्रोथ. और जो भी किसी भी इकोनॉमी का, कंट्री का, इंक्लूडिंग आवर इकोनॉमी, जो इनकम आउटपुट जनरेशन हुआ, जो रेट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ हुआ, उसमें हमारा टेक्नोलॉजी का बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रहा है. सो नथिंग टू फियर, हमको उसको एक्सेप्ट करना है. एंड इसीलिए मुझे लगता है कि जो टॉपिक बहुत ही सूझबूझ के साथ, बहुत ही माइंड अप्लाई करके आपने जो प्रपोज किया, जाकिर हुसैन इवनिंग कॉलेज के साथ मिलकर के और जामिया मिलिया, जामिया हमदर्द यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ मिलकर के जो आपने प्रपोज किया है, टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिस्ट्रप्शन, रेसिलियंस, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, शेपिंग द फ्यूचर ऑफ ग्लोबल इकोसिस्टम, कितना ब्यूटीफुल टॉपिक है. आई थिंक इट इज ऑल इन कंपासिंग, और इसके बियॉन्ड कुछ रह नहीं जाता है. जहाँ पे कि टेक्नोलॉजी की बात आएगी, जहाँ पर उसका रेसिलियंस की बात है, जहाँ पर उसके इंक्लूसिवनेस की बात आएगी, या जहाँ पर उसका पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट होता है. लेकिन मैंने अभी कहा कि फियर तो जनरेट होता है. व्हाई फियर इज जनरेटेड? बिकॉज इमीडिएटली जो इम्पैक्ट होता है, सम जॉब्स आर डिस्ट्रॉयड. आपका आउटपुट का जो गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज का प्रोडक्शन होता है, उसका फॉर्मेट चेंज हो जाता है. कभी टेलीकम्युनिकेशन के क्षेत्र में लैंडलाइन फोन का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस था. हम यहाँ से बैठे पता नहीं कहाँ देश विदेश में बात कर लेते, विदेशों में बात करना होता था. इवन अपने कंट्री में भी तो एक सिस्टम था, ट्रंक कॉल बुक करना होता था. अब ट्रंक कॉल की बारी कब आएगी ये नहीं पता था, कि 2 घंटे लगेंगे कि 5 घंटे लगेंगे. वो बहुत बड़ा एक प्रिविलेज था किसी भी फैमिली के लिए, सोसाइटी के लिए, नेशन के, कि लैंडलाइन फोन है. और जब मोबाइल फोन का इजाद हुआ, आविष्कार हुआ, तो बहुत जाहिर सी बात है कि जो लोग, जो लैंडलाइन टेलीफोन का जो प्रोडक्शन होता था, जो सर्विसेज थे, वो डिस्प्लेस. So some kinds of jobs are destroyed. There is birth of new forms, new jobs, and simultaneously death of new forms, new production units, and new jobs. What we have to take into consideration, और जो इशू के साथ हमको कंसर्न होना चाहिए, the quantum of the output, jobs, and income generated, produced, and the quantum of the jobs, income, output that has been destroyed. ये important है. तो net जब हम देखेंगे, and historically it has been proved, जब आप डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज का हिस्ट्री पढ़ेंगे, जानेंगे, चाहे वो यूएसए का हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया का हो, जापान का हो, रिसेंटली चाइना, तो आप देखेंगे कि ये जो नेट रिजल्ट है, वो उसमें ड्यू टू टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज always more jobs, more income, more output are created than what has been destroyed. अब सवाल है कि what we have to do. So there is process of re-scaling, de-scaling. जब तक अपने आप को आप रीस्किल नहीं करेंगे, रीट्रेनिंग नहीं करेंगे, अपने आप को आपका स्किल जब तक अपग्रेड नहीं होगा, तो you will be left behind. Therefore, the young students, young scholars sitting over here, your most important task, your most important concern should be where I am running at par with the other sections of the society, we are trying to upgrade themselves, we are trying to reskill themselves. ये important. और जो पीछे के हमारे स्पीकर्स ने सर ने भी जो बात कि अभी रिसेंटली जो मोस्ट एडवांसमेंट जो हुआ है टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में, हम सभी लोग जानते हैं, सबके मुंह पे क्या है? एआई. गांव में बच्चे बोल रहे हैं, बात करते हैं कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आ गया. और रियली इट्स अमेजिंग. अभी तो जितना हमें दिख रहा है, मुझे लगता है कि थाउजेंड्स ऑफ टाइम इसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन होने वाला है इसके यूज में, और इसके मतलब जो हमने कभी इमेजिन नहीं किया. हमने ये भी कभी इमेजिन नहीं किया था कार में बैठे हुए ये कैसे हो सकता है कि आप अपने लैंडलाइन फोन से दूर हैं और मोबाइल में आप और आप बात कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे से. वो भी एक सरप्राइज था. मुझे लगता है कि उससे भी ज्यादा सरप्राइज आपको मिलेगा इन कमिंग ईयर्स. तो आपके सामने जो चैलेंज है बच्चों, कि अपने आप को अपडेट रखो, और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हम जितना बोल रहे हैं उससे ज्यादा आप आगे बढ़ चुके हो, अपने आप को अपडेट किया होगा. लेकिन साइड बाय साइड अगेन ए वर्ड ऑफ कॉशन, फाइनल वर्ड, कि एथिक्स के साथ कभी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना. वो सस्टेनेबल नहीं है. अगर आपने अनएथिकल तरीके से अपने आप को अपग्रेड किया, आपने अपने स्किल को अपग्रेड किया, पर्टिकुलरली जो पब्लिकेशन की बात की गई है उसमें एथिकल इश्यूज होते हैं, वो आपको बर्बादी की तरफ भी ले जा सकता है. क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी आपको हेल्प कर रहा है क्रिएशन ऑफ द मटेरियल, तो आपको स्कैन भी कर सकता है उतना ही फास्ट कि आपका जो क्रिएशन है, जो आपका राइटअप है, वो कितना जेन्युइन है, कितना आपका ओरिजिनल है, कितना आपने कहीं से फॉलो किया विदाउट साइटेशन टेक्नोलॉजी. तो इसके ऊपर आपको बहुत विशेष ध्यान रखना है. और मुझे विश्वास है कि यहाँ की जो फैकल्टी जो मेंबर्स हैं इतने कॉम्पिटेंट हैं और इतने जागरूक हैं, इतने कॉन्शियस हैं, इन सब चीजों के बारे में भी आपको बहुत अच्छे से गाइडेंस मिल रहा होगा और आगे भी मिलता रहेगा. सब आप बता रहे हैं. मेरा बेस्ट विशेष है आप सभी लोगों के लिए फॉर ए ब्राइट फ्यूचर इन द कमिंग ईयर्स in the changing scenario and changing technological scenes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we arrive at one of the most anticipated moments of this conference, the Best Paper Award segment. This award recognizes exceptional research contributions that demonstrate originality, analytical depth, and relevance to the conference theme of disruption, resilience, and sustainability. The selected papers have stood out for their scholarly rigor, innovative perspectives, and potential of contribution to policy and practice. Now, from each track, we have selected one best and one second best paper. The authors of the best paper will receive a cash prize of ₹3,000 per paper, which will be transferred into their bank accounts, and individual certificates, which will be sent over on their email. Similarly, for the second best paper, the cash prize is of ₹2,000. As I call out the names of the awardees, I would request them to please join us on stage for a group photograph. And I would request the dignitaries to please come forward as and when the participants come. So from the first session, just give me a second. It is Dr. Swati Garg from the Department of Management, Jamia Hamdard, for a paper titled AI-enabled early warning systems for resilience and mental health in India. Ms. Kanisha Kefiz Martin from Jamia Hamdard University. University for her paper titled Negotiating Gender Identities in Assamese Cinema, a study of selected forms of Jhanu Baro, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Films of Jhanu Baro, yes. Yes, right now. Ms. Shanu Jain from School of Business, Manav Rachna University, for her paper titled Indigenous Knowledge for Sustainable Living, a Bibliometric Review and Future Research Agenda. Ms. Nabina Fatima from the Department of Management Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia, for her paper titled ESG-Driven Consumer Confidence in Times of Crisis. Can you please not stop the applause? Dr. Lakshmi from the Delhi College of Arts and Commerce for her paper titled Bibliometric Analysis of Generation Z, Artificial Intelligence and the Emerging Crisis of Workplace Disengagement. Dr. Ekta Gambhir from Shama Prasad Mukherjee College for Women, Delhi University for her paper titled An Empirical Analysis of Gamification and Immersive Learning through Generative AI and Extended Reality Integration. Ms. Disha Jain from Delhi Metropolitan Education, who is a good student of third year. A little biased here I am. For her paper titled A Study on the Impact of Dark Patterns on E-commerce Platforms. Can we please have all the best people of this page? Yes, ma'am. Should I announce the second best papers first, ma'am, and we can come collective? So let me announce the second best papers as well. So we have Dr. Rahisha, Dr. Mohammad Jashmeet and Dr. Basim Khan for the Department of Management, Jamia Hamdard, for their paper titled Last Mile Communication Failure in Disaster Situations, a conceptual study of information gaps and response challenges. Ms. Basuna Khatun, Saurav Narayan and Dr. Puneet Pathak from Central University of Punjab for their paper titled Sustainable and Resilient Supply Chains, a Circular Economy Approach. Dr. Varsha Goyal from JP Institute of Information and Technology for her paper titled Leveraging AI and FinTech for Sustainable Financial Inclusion, Evidence from India. Ms. Shelly Agarwal from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University for her paper titled Institutional Ownership and Analyst Coverage of SIN Stocks in India. Ms. Neha Parveen Haidarali from Sant Shri Shirubnath Ambia Government College and Research Center for her paper titled Is Celebrity Endorsement Rarely Effective in Cause-Related Marketing? Then Ms. Yashasvi Dhankar from Shriram College of Commerce for her paper titled An Examination of Purchase Intention of Consumers in Regional FMCG Brands. Last but not the least, Dr. Tanveen Aslam from the Department of Mass Communication, Aligarh Muslim University for her paper titled Screen Overexposure in Children, a qualitative secondary analysis of research evidence and violent video game. May I please request all the participants to please join us on stage, all the winners. And all the participants who are watching us online, I hope you are clapping wherever you're sitting. Yes. Thank you so much. And a big round of applause for all the winners. Before we proceed further, let us appreciate the leadership and seamless coordination of the session chairs and co-chairs of the paper presentation technical sessions. For this, I would request Dr. Jyoti Sharma and Dr. E.T. Jain to kindly come and give away the token of appreciation to the chairs and co-chairs. So, the session chairs first. Dr. Saadullah Khan from Jamia Hamdard to please come up on stage. Dr. Mohammad Zishan from Jamia Hamdard. Professor Dr. Shalini Gautam from Delhi Metropolitan Education. Now I would like to call upon the session co-chairs, Dr. Rashmi Chawla from Delhi Metropolitan Education, Dr. Stuti Jain from Delhi Metropolitan Education, Dr. Pooja Sharma from Delhi Metropolitan Education, Dr. Ankur Lohia from Delhi Metropolitan Education, Dr. Bharat Khurana from Zakir Hussain Delhi College Evening, and Dr. Pooja Tripathi from Delhi Metropolitan Education. We can hand it over to ma'am later. Thank you. Let us now take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the dedicated team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this conference a grand success. I would now like to invite a distinguished dignitary from stage to please present the mementos to the conveners and co-conveners of this conference as a small token of gratitude for their immense efforts in organizing this event so successfully. So I would first like to call upon Dr. Mohammad Zishan and Dr. Saadullah Khan from Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi to please come up on stage and receive a token of appreciation. Now I request Professor Rajnikant Verma and Professor Urmila Bharti from Zakir Hussain College to kindly receive the token of our appreciation. Now I request Dr. Jyoti Sharma and Dr. E.T. Jain from Delhi Metropolitan Education to kindly come up on stage and receive this token of appreciation. I would now invite Dr. Asmi Raza to receive her token of appreciation to be the co-chair. Co-chair. Chair. Can we please have Dr. Varsha and Dr. Renu Bansal, the best paper awardees, on stage, please? I would now like to invite Professor Dr. Shalini Gautam, Dean Research and Head DME Management School, to present the vote of thanks. So before ma'am joins me on the stage, if she allows me, can I give her a brief introduction? Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. अभी तो last है मेरा vote of thanks. I need energy. Good afternoon. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to propose the vote of thanks to the esteemed dignitaries who are present here, who have taken their valuable time and come here. I would also like to thank all the participants, all the scholars who have presented their papers. I would like to tell all of you here that this conference is a huge success with the joint collaboration of Jamia Hamdard, Zakir Hussain, and Delhi Metropolitan Education. We have received research papers, more than 140 research papers across 100 odd colleges. So, and I was the session chair in the morning in one of the sessions. So, the papers that were presented were I can say they were extraordinary, right? They were presenting the ideas on our conference team and they were actually remarkable. So I would like to thank all the participants who are watching us online also for their enthusiastic participation. Thank you so much. I would like to thank all the dignitaries who are present here. Lata Gautam ma'am, thank you so much for informing the students about all the efforts that the government is putting up. And I was looking at it, many of the students were noting down the portal that you were saying. So thank you so much for informing our students. Thank you, Chetali ma'am, for talking about the importance of integrity. I think it is important to understand
how integrity is important and how is it more so in these days than when AI is upon us. So thank you so much on touching upon this idea. I would like to thank Professor F.B. Khan sir, who was actually instrumental also in bringing all this conference together. I still remember our first conversation with Khan sir, and I was like, "Sir, karna hai, kaise karna hai," and all that. And he was assuring me all the time, "Nahi, badhiya hoga, tum chinta mat karo." So thank you so much, sir, for all the assurances and for talking about the importance of imperfection in this perfect world. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bharat Singh sir, for giving your words of wisdom, for giving the importance of ethics, and for supporting us wholeheartedly for conveying this conference. Thank you so much. I would like to thank all the session chairs, co-chairs who are present online or who are present offline right now, the conveners of the conference, Saad sir, Jishan sir, Rajnikant sir, Urmila ma'am, my own team, Dr. Jyoti and Dr. Riti, you have done a tremendous job. Thank you so much. All the management department, my dear students, I would also like to take this opportunity that that we convey this, conduct this management conference every year. So for next year, we are going to have Dr. Rashmi as the conference convener and Dr. Pooja Sharma as the conference co-convener. So my best wishes to the next year conveners and co-conveners. And thank you so much, students, for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
As we come to the end of this enriching journey, it is time to formally close the valedictory ceremony of the International Conference on Disruption, Resilience and Sustainability, Shaping the Future of Global Ecosystems through Law, Business Policy, Communication and Entrepreneurship. Over the course of this conference, we have engaged in meaningful discussions, explored diverse perspectives, and built connections that transcend disciplines and geography. The ideas shared here will not conclude with this event. They will continue to inspire research, innovation, and collaboration in the times to come. With this, I request all of you to kindly rise for the national anthem. Post that, all the dignitaries are requested to please move to the boardroom and the participants towards the reception area. My dear students, you are free to go home to the canteen wherever you desire.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मन दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे